Hello there, kindergarten. Today we are going to do a comparing and contrasting activity looking at the two texts that we have been studying for the past couple of weeks. Our learning target today is, I understand that fiction and non-fiction texts can explore similar topics. Two of the words in that learning target seem like they are going to be important for us to know to be successful. And those words are the ones that I've underlined, fiction and non-fiction. You'll notice that I wrote the word fiction over here, and I wrote the word non-fiction over here. So what do those two words mean? Fiction is writing that describes imaginary events or people. That means a fiction text is something that never actually happened. It's just a pretend story. An example of a fiction text is going to be the story that we listened to a few weeks ago called On the Town. That was the story about the little boy named Charlie who went to all of the different places with his mom. That was a fiction story. Non-fiction is writing that is based on facts, real events, and real people. So an example of a non-fiction text would be the story that we listened to last week, Places in My Neighborhood. That is a non-fiction text. So what you are going to do is you are going to get a piece of paper. However big of a piece of paper you can, the more room you have, the easier this is going to be. I am going to just draw mine on the whiteboard, just so that I can show you an example. We are going to draw a Venn diagram. Venn diagrams can be tricky to draw, so watch closely and take your time. If you make a mistake, that's okay. It can be an ish Venn diagram too. So I'm going to start with one circle on this side. My Venn diagram already looks a little ish, and that's okay. And then we'll do another circle on this side. The key is you want your circles to overlap. That means you want a little bit of this circle to go over the circle you already drew so that you have a space in the middle. Let's try it. Ooh. Not so bad. There's my Venn diagram. How does yours look? That's awesome. Good job. So what we want to do is we want to compare, because we know that fiction and non-fiction texts explore similar topics. We want to compare what's the same about these two texts, but we also want to understand what's different about them too. So my black marker is going to help me with this. There are a few things that are the same about these texts. I am going to give you one idea as an example, and your job will be to come up with at least one more idea. Where we write what is the same between our two things on a Venn diagram is right here in the middle. This is the space where we write what is the same. So On the Town, our fiction text, and Places in My Neighborhood, our nonfiction text, are both about our communities. So I am going to write the word communities right here in the middle. I needed to have my word overlap a little bit just because of how I drew my Venn diagram. Do you think that's okay? Absolutely. I can tell that it's in the middle, and I know that that means that it's in the part where it is the same. I also want to think about something that is different about each of these texts. So we've compared, now we're contrasting. We're thinking about what's different. So in On the Town, what was different about On the Town versus Places in My Neighborhood? I know one. On the Town had illustrations that were drawings. All of the pictures in On the Town were fun and colorful drawings. What was different about places in my neighborhood? I can think about the same thing. If I'm thinking about the pictures and on the town, maybe I'll think about the pictures and places in my neighborhood. The pictures and places in my neighborhood were photos that somebody took with a camera. So whereas on the town they were drawings that somebody had to do with markers and paper, in places in my neighborhood they used photos of actual places. Wow. So here's your job, okay? You are going to come up with at least one new item for each part of this Venn diagram. So I want you to have something new for what is unique to our fiction text on the town, something new for what is the same between both of our texts, and something new for what is unique to our nonfiction text, places in my neighborhood. I am going to be looking for something special. Number one, I'm going to be looking for you to have written your words yourself. You guys are almost first graders. You can do this. Use your tools, tap it out, write those words yourself, okay? I'm also going to be looking for you to show me that you understand that this fiction text and this nonfiction text explore similar topics, and you'll show me that by what you put in your Venn diagram. If you have any questions, let me know in the little text box below, okay? I'm here to help, but I think you guys have everything you need to be successful now. I can't wait to see your beautiful Venn diagrams, and I will see you next time.